Hello everyone, my name is Gusti and now I'm studying in higher education at the President University, which is located in Indonesia with an industrial engineering study program. All right, I would like to present about my final assignment in the cost analysis course, where I am required to analyze the financial statement of a company. In this final assignment, I took Puma SA as the object of my analysis. And then, okay, let's go to the next slide. Okay, for the first, we will talk about the history of Puma Group Corporation, in what year and where was Puma founded, and also who was the founder of Puma. Okay, Puma was founded in 1948 by Rudolf Dassler in Germany. Rudolf Dassler is the brother of Adolf Dassler, who became the founder of the Adidas company. For the first, they founded the Dassler shoe factory in 1924. Then in 1948, Adolf Dassler decided to start the Puma companies. That is the history of Puma. So, what products do they offer? Puma offers sports footwear, apparel, and lifestyle accessories like shoes used by football players like Pele. And now Puma has more than 14,000 employees and market their products in 120 countries. This is so big. And Puma has a goal to be the most desirable and sustainable sport lifestyle company. Okay, the COVID-19 pandemic has had quite an impact on everyone, without exception. This was also felt by Puma SA. Net sales in 2020 decreased by 4.9% compared to 2019. The impact was very pronounced. Okay, for the next, we will talk about the income statement. There is a graph here regarding the income statement. Based on the graph, it can be seen that almost every sector experienced a decline compared to the previous year, like net sales, gross profit, operating result, earning before taxes, and net earning. In 2020, Puma's net sales decreased by 4.9% to 5,200 million euros from 5,500 million euros in the previous year. Almost every sector of Puma's revenue experiences a decline, starting from footwear sales, which decreased by 7.2%, apparel sales decreased by 4.6%, business licensing, which fell by 36%. But however, this is in contrast to the accessories sector, which has increased by 1.3%, and retail business, which has increased by 6.4%. In addition, Puma's gross profit also decreased by 8.5% to 2,458 million euros from 2,686.4 million euros in the previous year. In addition to the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic, this is also caused by the influence of currency exchange rates that continue to fluctuate. To overcome the even bigger decline, Puma carried out a very large sales promotion activity so as to limit the decline in sales to a minimum. So Puma want to minimize the decreasing. Okay, for the next, how about the Puma sales per region? Okay, do they also feel the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic, or maybe they feel it, and how does it affect its region? Okay, let's talk about it. In fact, the COVID-19 pandemic has had a significant impact on Puma's revenue in all of their marketing regions. So their net sales decreased by 4.9%. Okay, in Americas, in Americas region, sales decreased by 8.9% or to 1,775.2 million euros. In Europe, Middle East and Africa's regions, sales decreased by 0.9% or to 1,900 million euros. Quite a bit of decrease that happened. And in the Asia or Pacific region, sales decreased by 5.2% or to 1,400 million euros. Although the decline in the Americas region is higher than the Asia Pacific region, the net sales earned from the Americas region is greater than in the Asia Pacific region. The next, we will talk about the net assets and financial position. Puma's shareholders' equity decreased by 8.1% or to 1,700 million euros from the previous year is 1,900 million euros. Consolidated net income, which moved in a positive direction, still had an impact on equities. Changes in currency conversion rates are the main cause of equity. And at the balance sheet debt, the total balance sheet increased by 7.0% from the previous years is 4,300 million euros to 4,600 million euros in 2019. This results in a decrease in the equity ratio to 37.7% in 2020 and 43.9% from the previous year, which is in 2019. And I forgot about the working capital. The working capital that must be issued by Puma was reduced by 15.2% or to 465.8 million euros from the previous year is 549.4 million euros. In fact, the negative impact of the COVID-19 pandemic had a significant impact on sales result. The next, we will talk about the financial ratios. And then how about the financial ratios? The financial ratio is a process of observing the index related to accounting to assess the performance of a company. In this case is Puma. The following is an analysis of financial ratios by comparing Puma to Adidas in 2018 until 2020. Here we can see the current assets, current liabilities, and the total inventory of Puma and Adidas in 2018 until 2020. Like in the example, the current asset of Puma in 2018 is 2,192.8 million. We use the data to calculate the liquidity ratios and current ratio. For the first, regarding the liquidity ratios, which is the ability to measure the short-term liquidity of a company with its current assets. Here is the formula of the liquidity ratio, which is current assets divided by current liabilities. And the result for Puma in 2018, the ratio is 1.4. And for Puma in 2018, the ratio is 1.8019. In 2019 is 1.59, and in 2020 the ratio is 1.39. For the Adidas, in 2018 the ratio is 1.44, and in 2019 the ratio is 1.25, and in 2020 the ratio is 1.38. Next is about the quick ratio or exit test ratio. The formula is current assets minus by inventory, then divided by current liabilities. And the result for Puma in 2018, the ratio is 1.06, and for 2019, is 0.88, and in 2020 the ratio is 0.79. And for the Adidas, in 2018 the ratio is 0.93, in 2019 is 0.78, and in 2020 the ratio is 0.88. And then for the result is the ratio of the two companies get results that are not much different. Like in the Puma, the current ratio is 1.39, and then in the Adidas, the current ratio is 1.38. In quick ratio, the Puma's ratio is 0.79, and the Adidas ratio is 0.88. In current ratio, the ratio Puma and Adidas is more than 1. It is indicate that Puma and Adidas has a good ability to pay off its obligations, while the result on the quick ratio, the ratio is lower than 1, which means the company shows a poor ability to fulfill its obligations. Okay, for the next is about the solution. There are several solutions that I offer to the Puma. For the first, Puma must focus more on the priority of the region that is the largest revenue supplier, so it can be minimized the expenditure. In here, the largest revenue come from Europe, Middle East, and Asia region. The second is prioritize the retail business, because this is the e-commerce business is experiencing very rapid development. The third is prepare to compete with other competitors like Adidas and Nike. And also, Puma must provide more innovation to the products offered by Puma. And the last solution is use technology, especially for the social media, because at this time, the use of social media throughout the world experience a very large development, like Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and many more. So that by marketing using social media, it is hoped that Puma's income will increase. Okay, okay guys, that's all from me. I know there are many mistakes that I made. Maybe my analysis is not appropriate, or maybe my use of English is very bad. Very bad. I know it. And I also want to say thank you very much to Mr. Dwi Kurniawan as a lecturer in the cost analysis course. And also thank you to my friends who helped me so that I can do this final assignment. And last but not least, thanks for viewing my presentation of final assignment, and see you.